play the music.
I knew
There it is.
There it is.
I heard it though.
Good job. Welcome to Is It Tho Podcast. This is the first take and the only take. Hi, welcome.
He's
Please
lying.
follow. No, I never lie. I tell the truth. So, welcome. Hi. If you may have noticed, I am darker and I look more disheveled than ever. But that's not why we're here. We're here
To mow my lawn.
I'm here to mow his grass. That's why. Notice, because this is privilege. This is brown privilege. We working here hard in America. But getting off the topic here. But really, hi again. Welcome. Awkwardly. Please follow our page on Facebook at Is It Tho. Please follow so because we post questions and other sorts of fun little things, and we're trying to figure out this social media thing. So please provide feedback and respond to the questions that may post questions, because this is poetic and we're all after them chips and dip. And please subscribe down below because we post the videos. So we have special guest Steven.
Our first guest.
First guest ever. Round of applause.
I'm honored.
Steven.
I'm honored.
And Jourdyn, longtime friends. So, being longtime friends. Steven, how did we meet? Going back, how did we meet? Yeah, 10 years. It's been 10 years, man.
10 years, yeah. 10 years and
It's been a
around
minute.
$6 an hour ago.
I know, right?
Yeah, it does suck.
We met at the movies,
The movie theater. Yeah.
You asked me on a date. You were like, you want to go to the movies?
I did ask you out on a date.
Yeah.
Yes, I did.
Yeah. No, we
I did
met
not.
coworkers. We were first coworkers.
Mhm.
Yeah, you look quite
I don't
different.
even remember. It's so long ago. I don't even remember if you were there when I got hired or if you were
No.
there when
I think when I got there, you've been there for like
I'd already been there.
some years.
Okay.
Yeah, some years.
Wait, how many?
Because you taught me everything that I knew.
I trained
in the
him.
movies.
No, I probably didn't train you.
No, you did. I remember.
Did I?
You taught me how to refill the Mr. Pibb thing. You're like, this is
Oh
Mr.
my God, maybe.
Pibb. Yeah, you're like, you taught me how to reconstruct the room, the stock room. Or you got pissed and you punched the box and like, fucking. Don't
That's
worry
how
about
you
it.
got your anger out. You'd punch that and you'd punch things in the freezer. Yeah, I remember that. Wait, you worked at the movies?
Yeah.
Dude, we all
No.
worked at the movies.
Yeah.
What?
We all worked at the movies.
I didn't. I worked at.
Shut up, for real?
Yeah, dude.
Wait, how long ago was that?
Like, I don't know. No, 6.
See, I don't even know that.
How old am I? 22.
We're all connected through that.
How old am I? 22.
22,
When I was 16.
21.
So I don't know how many years ago.
Shout out to
6
Joseph.
Dude, shout out to Joseph. Dude,
Hey,
Joseph. Shout out to you, bro.
You're a real one.
You a real one. So yeah, man, the movies. So, dude, let's be honest. The movies, working at the movies,
Honestly,
sucked.
it sucked, but I think it's
It brought us
some of the
together.
funnest times I've ever had.
It brought us
honestly.
together.
Yeah. It's the people I worked with. Actually working there probably wasn't the greatest.
No.
Or the customers. I think those are still the worst customers I've ever had to deal with in my entire life.
Yeah.
They just felt so privileged. It was kind of ridiculous. I can never imagine anything worse than the customers at the movies. I think those are probably the worst customers in the entire world.
Yeah, I would say hands down. Because one time, I remember we had like this big ass rush coming, right? This big ass rush coming out, and you know when the rush comes, you're already fucking annoyed. Like, fuck this, that. Trying to get this, and that. This woman jumped in front of the line for everybody. It was like, hey, this Coke doesn't taste good. Can I get it like a Sprite or something? I remember I was just
Did you taste it?
I was so annoyed. I got her cup, drank it. I was like, tastes
It's
good
fine.
to me. Gave it back to her. Right? And our coworker just put me out of the way and said, no, I got this. And I'm like, dude, I was done.
I think that was Claire.
Yeah, Claire. Shout out to Claire.
That
You know
was
who?
Claire.
Shout out.
Little
Yeah.
dark hair.
Claire.
Working there, like I feel like I could work anywhere because of the customers. Like my tolerance for customers has like built because
Well, working
I'm like,
there,
like,
you kind of just wonder what they do for a living
what
to
the
make them
people-
so
yeah,
rude to you. It's like,
and
okay, where do you work
snobby
at?
and- Yeah.
Yeah.
They
It's
belittle
weird.
you so much. I'm
Mhm.
just like, but yeah, I've worked at a couple other places and I haven't had any experience like that customer wise. Yeah.
It's probably the management that allow that kind of behavior.
Yeah.
These were like New York. You made it there, you can make it anywhere kind of a deal. I feel like.
I've
It's
had
just
to
like-
remake popcorn with more salt, even though we
With
had
no
salt
salt.
shakers.
with no salt,
That's the worst.
butter, bottom,
Catch
middle.
it before it hits the bottom of the
Yeah, don't let it touch the bottom.
'Cause
machine,
if
yeah.
it touches the machine,
If it touches the bottom, it's not fresh anymore. Hmm. Stuff like that. Yeah.
You'd be surprised. It's
Head burns.
I had a man one time he wanted his popcorn like in a triangle, like a TP, and like if I didn't give it to him, he was like, I asked you to give it to me in a TP and like this, I have to have it like this, so I had to go and like mend it that way so he was satisfied.
Form it.
Or customers that are mad at you because they're late when it's their fault that they're late.
Yeah.
So I feel like we got a backstory on Steven. So let's learn a little bit about Jourdyn. So Jourdyn, tell us a little bit about yourself. Tell us a little bit.
You know, I was born and raised in San Antonio. I grew up in the same house up until I moved to San Marcos and then to New Braunfels. So I was in the same house. Oh, wait.
And then back to San Marcos.
For like 25 years.
Oh,
Yeah. It was nice. Grew up in the woods,
that sounds
basically.
That's how you found Steven in the woods.
Yes.
Found Steven in the
We
woods.
actually met at my cousin's wedding, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Yeah.
I've known about her before
Yeah.
Oh.
the wedding.
Yeah.
That's how I got my moves in before I met her. I had like a pre-game sheet before getting in there. So,
Pre-game sheet.
continue.
So, well, at that time, I was actually dating a guy that was not great.
Not me.
Yeah, not him. So,
Christ.
once I got out of that situation, we had talked a lot just as friends, and then
Yep. I was just slipping him them DMs real quick.
once I
Well,
kicked my ex out, then he was like, "Hey, let me Snapchat you at 3 a.m."
no, see this. Okay.
So okay.
What
here we
would
go.
happen is
It's getting juicy here.
Yeah, I probably didn't tell you.
The tea, the
So
tea.
I'm addicted to video games,
Oh, you don't say.
specifically World of Warcraft.
Uh-huh.
So she would have to get up really early in the morning to go to work, like at 6 a.m.
Mhm.
And conveniently enough, I'd still be up playing WoW. So I would text her at 6 a.m. while going to probably get either McDonald's or Whataburger and then going home and going back to bed.
Shout out.
Shout out, yeah. And it kind of started from there to where
Like the morning text.
the more I would text that late at night, but early for her,
Uh-huh.
just because I really didn't know anyone else who was up at that time in the morning, you know? I mean, if I'm up at 6 a.m., who else is up besides I know her getting up to go do her, her
Yeah.
job. So it kind of started on there, I feel like. Random Snapchats, then eventually Facebook.
Well, I felt like I was being decently flirty, but I don't think I was.
I can't take a hint. So
So then
I didn't think she was flirting at all.
Uh-huh.
I'm like, I'm a piece of shit and I suck. And she has no interest in me at all.
I did.
And on the other side, she's like, man, I'm like throwing myself at him and I suck
I
too.
thought.
And then, it took my friend to actually say, hello, dumbasses, like, you guys like each other.
Uh-huh.
And then it finally kind of, happened there because I couldn't take a hint, so.
Yeah.
Because if I would have met her with the dogs, I would not have gotten with her. But
She hit
luckily it
that
was
from
without the
They're
dogs.
a little spoiled.
I got tricked.
Not bad.
I met her without the dogs. And then I met the dogs afterwards.
Bait
So
switch.
yeah, but we met at my cousin's house and hung out.
Well,
And
I
that
mean,
was
yeah,
fun.
you're right. You went to the wedding and then the cousin's house. Yeah, I got you. And then from there, it just kind of, happened. Video calling all the time. And then I finally got tired of it. And I was like, you know what? I got to go. And then there's also a perfect opportunity to take advantage of her and get out of the valley. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just messing around.
Valley. So, was it hard to leave the valley for you? Because the
It was
valley
actually...
is known for family. It's basically the valley is its own little bubble, comfortable family circle,
Family-oriented.
or very family oriented words.
Use your words, Trey.
That's why I'm doing this to try to practice my words. But yeah, it's a very comfortable valley oriented. Very fucking. But you know what I'm trying to
Jesus
say. I
Christ.
can't up. But yeah, how difficult was it?
It's actually pretty difficult, to be completely honest. But
How difficult? Like, what was? We just.
well, I mean, when you're down there, it's just so comfortable, man.
Mhm.
You have everything down there.
Yeah.
You're, especially if you grew up there, you're so used to everything. So, it's real small. If I want to go somewhere, it takes
So small.
no more than 10 minutes,
That's
less
what-
than 10 minutes.
That's what was the most shocking thing to me because here it's like 30 minutes to get anywhere almost.
Yeah.
Depending where you're going, correct. But
like 30 minutes
family,
up here,
friends.
driving to like 30 minutes somewhere, it feels like like that. It's like nothing. But down there, 30 minutes, like
do a whole other town.
like oh my god, it feels
It
like such a
takes
drag.
5 minutes to get anywhere down there, which is really nice when we go.
Oh, yeah.
it was really nice, really familiar. But it wasn't that. That's just I'm just talking about that as in a convenience standpoint.
Yeah.
But friends, family, all that
Yeah.
stuff. If because I went from hanging out with my friends every other day or 2 days
Shut up.
to not at all anymore. You
Yeah.
know, so it's pretty shocking. And it sucks because you leave. And then you realize, you're kind of drifting apart from people sometimes.
Yeah.
I've gone back and realized, man, I should probably talk to these people more. I should probably Snapchat these people more.
Yeah.
And that's what I've been trying to do lately. But, yeah, it's pretty tough. And it's still tough even after, what is it, 2 years?
Mm-hmm.
Almost 3.
Yeah, and we don't
Almost
visit
2, 3
very
years.
often because, you go to work
Yeah, I feel like
and you come home and
Time flies.
so fast.
I feel like that's a big thing I struggle with is just basically keeping in contact with people.
Uh-huh.
I feel like a good like Snapchat or fucking Instagram or talk to people
Mhm.
on Facebook real quick, like old friends, some that I still got down there. Like it'd be like, oh, okay, have a conversation. Then before I know it, 2 months goes by, a year goes by, and I'm like, oh shit, I forget.
Mhm.
It's like it kind of feels like coming out of a coma, like a work coma, like
Mhm.
because you don't realize it, but you're just working and working and working and working and working, doing your own thing before you realize that 2 years gone by, like, oh shit, I haven't keeping contact with friends, and they're all you're going back. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to come back.
Yeah, happy belated birthday.
Yeah, before you know it,
If it wasn't for Facebook, I would forget all the birthdays. Yeah, it's just
before you know it, they're married now. They got kids now.
Yeah.
This is now. It's like
so many people have kids.
It's like fuck. It's like I'm sorry, man. Like God damn. Like how
Stop.
important do you feel like rest and relaxation? Like if you don't take, let's say you have a day, right? Let's say you work 40 or 50 hours.
Mhm. And if I don't take a relaxation
yeah,
day,
if you don't take those days off, if you don't, let's say you have a day, right? A day. Backtrack. Blah, 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 blah. If you have a day to relax, you work forward. Let's say you worked all week.
Mhm.
You're fucking burned out, stressed out. If you have just one day off, how important do you take advantage of that one day off? Is it different than your other days?
Yes. Different in the sense of
Like, how do you go about it?
We plan like fun, like if we have days off together,
Yeah.
we're always like fun day, games, Pokemon
Yeah.
sometimes.
it sucks because I want to sleep in,
Uh-huh.
but then
I
I don't because I feel like I wasted my whole day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It almost feels like a job to have a day off
Yeah, like kind
because I have to plan this. We got to go do this. Because I got to play WoW.
We had
I'm not kidding. All right, keep going.
so we
Yeah,
had
5 minutes on this, right?
My apartment's really cool, so they host breakfasts. So we had a pancake breakfast
Flex.
this morning, so we had to be there at like 11, right? About 11:30. So we got up pretty early to get ready for
We didn't
that.
fucking go until like 30
And
minutes
then went
later.
to the pool and went swimming, and then we went to the grocery store and we made
We're not sponsored.
I met that trash can.
fajitas. Well, Trey made fajitas.
Trey made fajitas.
They were so good.
They were pretty
You
good.
did really
They were-
good.
I know. I did really good picking out the fajitas, right?
Like,
But then there's other days that are laid back. Like last week, we had a day off together and we played games all day.
yeah.
So I think if you take those days that you do have to relax and you use it, sometimes you don't get to relax, but you get to spend time with your family.
Yeah.
And sometimes that may be relaxing to some people. Other people, it may be a little stressful.
Like, I tend to, like, when I have a day off, I feel the same way. Like, I have to wake up early. I have to get all this stuff done. So I feel like I hardly take days to relax and do, like, just be home and, like, do nothing. And so when I don't do that, I can feel, like, myself, like, really just, like, burning out. And,
Yeah.
like, I don't really realize how important, like, it is to just, like, stop and just, take a little...
Take time to yourself.
Yeah.
Well, and like even on it was a podcast I was listening to the other day, and it was talking about people at the end of their lives and their regrets, and a lot of it is saying like they wish that they didn't work so hard.
Mhm.
That's actually number 2. There's what is she? I think it's a nurse, Bronnie Ware, that worked in palliative care, and made a list of the top 5 reasons that people had regrets in their lives, and one of them was just relaxing and living a true life to themselves. So that's really important, you know. If you don't do that your whole life, then it could be one of your regrets.
Yeah, just taking like, even if it's 30 minutes, an hour, just to do basically what you like do to relax. Like if it's like, let's say yoga, or turning off the phone, or just taking just a zen moment, or just doing something, just basic, get your mind off of it. Basically, it's like
It's without kids, so I can't even imagine with kids. I'd kill myself.
Oh, but you have dogs though. Dogs are kind of like kids, aren't they?
Probably
They're
not.
dogs I can yell at and not get shamed. I don't have to take them in public and yell at them. I can yell at them at home because they don't ever leave.
Their dogs are pretty good. I mean,
They're not good. Stop talking.
I don't think you can compare them to having kids. I feel like that's way more tough.
He's just chilling.
Yeah, they're pretty good right now.
Blood just boiling.
Never mind.
The red blood. Just
Next
boiling.
time. No.
Schedule the way it goes, it's just basically essentially I work from 7 to about 8:30 to 9ish, so essentially all fucking day, but it's about like 4 days, honestly like 5 days. And I feel like what I do to relax is just basically doing what I've always done, is just basically go to the gym, relax. Because going to the gym, not to sound like a total bro, you know, bro.
You're a bro. You're
But
total
just
bro.
to get
Jabroni.
just not get jabroni, bro, but just to relax, you know, just to get the pump on. But no, really, just honestly, because when I work out, I don't listen to like hardcore metal or rap. I just listen. I put that on that lo-fi channel on YouTube and just fucking just live.
You work out to
The
that?
lo-fi, like that lo-fi channel. That girl with the headphones just chilling. The lo-fi music channel.
Nope.
No,
Don't know.
I've never. I'll look into it.
Like,
It's
it's-
like
Is it that girl that's selling her bathwater?
No,
it's
not
like
Bella
elevated
Duffy.
music, sort of.
No, it's like lo-fi chill music. It's just basically music that makes you fucking think. Cause like her, like, cause our family ADD runs in a family,
It's
but
just like
I'm the only one that got prescribed, that got labeled ADD, because we all have ADD. Because my mind is always going, is always running, is always running. It's like I'm always thinking about this, overthinking a lot, and doing this, doing that.
it isn't just like.
And I feel like working out and kind of that, it kind of helps it slow down a bit, so I kind of get my thoughts together, because it affects. Because I feel like going to the gym helps me talk better because my mind's not racing as much. Kind of in a way, I'm kind of not just working out my muscles, but I'm also working out my brain, so it kind of helps slow down. Because I feel like when it comes to talking, I feel like I know what I want to say, but I feel like it's all coming out so fast that it just comes out.
We're getting pretty deep into this.
Going deep, and I feel like that's it's so important to take time to relax, because if you don't, it affects other things. It's kind of like an injury. Let's say you have a bad shoulder, but you never address it. You know, when you have a bad shoulder, it's gonna other parts of your muscles, if you're doing a lift, is gonna compensate for it. So you're gonna end up not only with a bad shoulder, not taking time just to fix just a bad shoulder, taking time to rest. It's gonna next thing you know, you're gonna have a bad other shoulder, wrist, leg, niggas. It all just piles up on top of each other. So it's kind of like a snowball effect in a way, you know.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, it's important to just take time to relax.
Grew up getting spanked.
The
and
Mexican
I grew
way.
up-
Dude, we all grew up being spanked, right?
Well, my mom.
Spank brothers.
Well, see, and
Sounds
there's a reason why I didn't get hit. It's
'Cause you're
not
white.
just 'cause- no, and that's not the reason.
It's that privilege.
It's because my mom actually got severely beat when she was a child. So because she has.
That
Well,
took a
why
turn.
didn't you
That
lead
took
with
a
that,
turn.
babe?
Well, just listen, because so she has memories of like getting like, okay, she saw her sister's head get slammed through the wall.
Oh shit.
At one point, she had her face slammed several times into an oven.
Sorry, Grandpa.
Yeah. There's other stories, but you know, that was the time. It was back in the day. He was an alcoholic, and people hit their kids.
Not that you deserve to get hit, but they do deserve to get hit. But I think that they just don't get disciplined in general. Like, they don't get told,
No.
hey, don't do that. No, because I feel like when parents say, trying to discipline their kids in public, it's like, oh, it's the next YouTube. Hey, let's get this person. They're doing something wrong.
Yeah.
Let's shame them.
I
Yeah.
hate that. Like,
And I feel like
how people, they, instead of helping a situation, they bring out their phones, like with anything. Like,
I noticed.
like people will be fighting, or there'll be like a situation going on, and instead of like going and helping the situation, they're just like, oh, let me show them what was going on.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my.
It's kind of neat. No, I'm just kidding.
It's like, I don't know. I just think that's ridiculous. And so many, there's
Yeah.
not. I saw this one thing. It's pretty fucked up. But there was a girl that got into a car accident. Like she was like in the whole car was like smashed. She was fine, but her boyfriend was like.
I think yeah.
And then someone was
I saw
recording
that.
her like, and she was like in a panic, and she was like
in shock.
yeah. So she kept like going about like her like it didn't happen.
Regular routine. Yeah.
Yeah.
You told me that.
Yeah, that's a thing that your brain does. You kind of block
told me
out.
that a
in
long time ago. That's
situations
crazy.
where-
Yeah, but like I don't know. It's like why would you record that? Like
Yeah,
it's like.
well, and that's like one thing that I think I've talked about that before with other people. Like, no, does anybody in their dying moments want to be recorded?
Yeah,
I can't think
exactly.
of anyone that would be like, absolutely,
Yeah.
like show everybody that.
That's,
Yes.
No,
I'm kidding.
Basically, common sense, or the lack of just, hey man, don't do that. Like I'm saying, like people being overly offended over everything. People being bitches. You know what I mean? It's just like, cause this one story I read that pissed me off deeply was people getting offended over the word manhole, which we all know what manhole is.
Yeah.
It's a little,
What is
Where men come out of.
yeah,
Yeah.
what is it?
it's
A
maintenance hole like you see on the
It's a
streets,
maintenance
right? Where
hole?
people go,
Oh.
Ninja
Yeah.
Turtles, what they come out of? They come out of a manhole,
Oh, like with
underground.
Now you're
Sewers.
speaking my language.
Yeah,
Sewer, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
sewer covers.
People got offended over the word manhole because it wasn't gender specific. So
What should we call it?
it's called now a maintenance hole because it doesn't hurt anybody's feelings.
Officially renamed.
Officially
It
renamed.
really was officially
It's
renamed?
Was it really?
I think. I don't know. Don't quote me on this. It's
Look
just
it up.
speculation.
I
but
don't know.
Quick look it up. But I just feel like that if that's going to be the new president among everything,
Then you can literally change anything. and
you
everything.
can literally make up anything. Going back to what y'all was saying, like if let's say there's been many instances online where people's filming some shit going down, but you're just seeing one side of the story. You're not getting the whole spectrum.
So going back to the
Maintenance.
maintenance holes. Sorry.
So many
The
holes.
maintenance holes. It was in Berkeley, California, that the city council voted,
Is anybody surprised?
they voted to
Is
revise
anybody-
the city's municipal code with gender neutral language. So the
Oh,
whole-
wow.
God damn it.
Which I don't really care. That stuff doesn't really make me mad.
It doesn't
To
make
be-
you mad. It just makes me annoyed. It's like,
I
is
don't
that
care.
It
is
makes me angry.
it's just like it's
My
true.
core.
Is,
If it helps them sleep at night.
No.
Are they
But I
hurting?
Because how far are they going to take it?
Yeah, if they
Right.
keep doing that, they're gonna do that
Yeah.
like with anything. People are gonna think like, okay, we can get away with changing this, this,
Yeah.
and this.
Well,
No.
I'd be interested to see what happens next because it's really baffling how fast everything's snowballing.
Yeah, it's like quickly going.
You can't stop it. Really.
Yeah.
I just feel like it's not
Like,
just
freedom of
people.
speech
It's
is not
it's like
even
these big corporations. Like they bend their hand and knee to these people, these groups that get offended over everything because they don't want to lose.
Chunk love, that's the
They don't want to lose like a penny.
I told you.
Like if some Joe Smo is got his feelings hurt, posts to like Tide, like, oh well, why do you have this Tide commercial? It doesn't have any Mexicans. It doesn't have any this and that.
Oh.
They're just like, oh, we're so sorry. We're taking the commercial down because we don't want to, this and that. It's just like, or Tide's too offensive to surfers, so we're gonna change it to
It's a laundry detergent.
detergent. Oh, but no, detergent's so offensive to deodorant, so let's do this. It's just like it's like a big ass snowball. It's like, okay, we're gonna change literally everything. Nothing matters anymore.
I just like worry about like the future generations and them going out into the world and and experiencing the world and seeing like, okay, it's not as what's the word?
Like they're gonna get basically like since if all this sheltering of the
Yeah.
younger generation, when they come to realize that the world is see the world for what it is, they're just
They're
going
gonna
to go
freak.
into a shock.
Well, I feel like a lot of kids aren't sheltered. I mean, I worked at an elementary school for 10 years,
Yeah.
and that was mind-blowing to see how many kids are actually exposed to the real world because their parents aren't parenting them and they're using YouTube and tablets.
So
and
you think, like,
everything.
Oh, I can agree to that too. That they're in a way growing up fast. 'Cause I feel like in schools, like
And they don't know how to handle
they're
it
giving-
because
Yeah.
they're not mature for that
Yeah.
content.
Yeah.
So
Like in
that's
schools,
what
like-
snowballs.
Yeah.
yeah. But is that going to be an issue? Like, because these kids growing up with like our nephew now, when it comes to technologies, because we talked about last week, well, not a couple weeks ago, that if we're already androids getting away because we use technology in such a weird way, and especially when the younger generation now, they have all this technology in front of them at such a young age, especially somebody like a kid at 2 years old can navigate like the Amazon Fire Stick and scroll through TV or YouTube, download this, go through this. When we were like 2, we were outside playing in the dirt and fucking something.
I'm so grateful for that. Like, that's one thing that I like when I think back on my childhood. I'm like, thank God. You know, we did have Nintendo, and that was awesome. But I'm glad that we were told to go outside, play.
I didn't have a smartphone until I was like, I don't know, 19 years old.
I didn't have a phone until I was in 8th grade, but 7th and 8th grade, me and my brother were sharing a phone, same number.
Well, that's pathetic.
Dude.
You would get some texts that you weren't supposed to get.
No, I wasn't popular, so I didn't.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You got your brother's text because he was better than you.
Yeah.
Just kidding. But also, I had a flip phone in senior year, so I can feel it. It was like a silver flip phone with orange
Dude, way to
lighting.
flex, dude. Was it a Razor?
No, it wasn't even a Razor.
Damn.
That was the modern iPhone, was the Razor.
Yeah.
I had like 2 of those.
It was like, you had a Razor, you were cool.
Yeah, you were in with the
I
Razor.
think I had an iPhone my senior year.
Dude, way to flex.
I think I did. 18 years ago.
Well, the iPod, yeah.
That iPod came out.
That's crazy.
Dude.
You're old.
We are pretty old.
I just
about
felt
that.
like fucking like,
Because you said 10, I was like, no. It's almost double that.
wow, dude.
Well,
Dude,
see,
it's been a minute,
It's
dude.
crazy. Time flies.
Yeah. Back to time flying.
Back to time flying, and I'll take time to relax. Damn.
I think
Dude. What do you think?
I think we're behind in technology.
How so?
I don't know. I look at things, the latest and greatest, and I don't think it's good enough.
Really? Like, our TVs were already like an 8K, aren't we? 8K?
There is some 8K TVs.
OLED 8K?
There's really not a lot of support for that, but yeah. I don't know. I just feel like we're behind. I feel like we should have something way better.
Like how so?
I think
Like
that there is better technology, but they don't give it to...
Like storming
Yeah.
Area 51
The-
technology?
No.
Or-
Yeah. I feel like that.
I feel like we are very
Like
advanced.
military.
They just don't tell us anything.
Yeah.
Like when
More
someone
so
thinks
than what we
advanced, they're
think.
like, look at what this phone can do. Okay, that's pathetic. Who cares what a touch screen can do?
But
Who
like,
cares
even
what
if
that
you
is?
look into like what satellites can do now, like that's amazing.
Stuff that's out of our touch. We need
Exactly,
something that
that's
we
what
can
I'm saying.
actually, use that's amazing.
Maybe they just don't
You
want to
know?
give it to us because of how advanced it is, I guess.
Maybe.
And then that keeps that leverage over us because they're smarter.
Mm-hmm.
The big man, not God,
like I
but
was-
the government. There was like technology advanced for gaming. They had a little chip, and they each, when they played video games, they put it right here, they would put it on their heads. They each play. And they were in different households, and so they press play, and then their bodies would shut down, and they would be entered into this like virtual world in the game, playing like Street Fighter, and they could feel like everything that was happening. They could feel like punches and everything, but then it leads to them like. He was a guy and he was a guy and the other guy was a girl. It leads to them having sex, and it becomes this thing of them like every weekly or every other day they would play the game and have sex. And the other guy was married, and so the wife like kind of figured like, are you cheating on me? Like something's up,
And that's interesting.
Yeah, and then the other friend, his best friend, told him like it's not real life, like it's a game, like. Yeah, and then they end up just kind of like living
Now
in
you
that.
have to watch it.
Yeah, I was like, oh, this is pretty.
Interesting.
Yeah, it was really weird. But then I watched another one after that, and I was like, I don't know what the fuck this is. Like,
Yeah.
it's completely different. Like, I guess it's just it's the win and
It's hit and miss.
yeah, it really is. With those.
But back to your point, you were saying.
Sorry, got off topic.
Yeah, we did.
No, I legit forgot what. No, I was just saying that
Technology.
that
Yeah,
technology was just like
Big
it's getting to
man.
the point like what do you think is the next step in technology, like as far as like is VR the way to go? Do you think it's gonna go that way, or I think it's just gonna go more AR? Like
People are gonna get so addicted
Both.
to VR. I feel like if
I
the
think
more
VR
it
and AR are
advances-
both.
Because people are already living in like this virtual world with like Instagram.
Already,
Yeah,
yeah.
so I feel like if you put them.
If you make it more immersive, where you can walk through
Yeah.
Instagram,
It's
in a
already, like,
sense,
I'm terrified of VR. When I saw that, I was like, oh no,
it's like
it's the end of us.
It is.
It pretty much is.
It's interesting. That's why, like I said, I'm excited to see, yeah, where we end up, because it's just no one can stop it.
Yeah.
Not
I honestly feel
individual.
like the world's becoming more like introverted, and we're all just trying to make life so convenient that we don't have to fucking leave,
Go anywhere.
and we're losing the the face-to-face human interaction.
That's fine
Yeah, well, is it?
with me. Yeah.
Is it-
Well,
is
it's
it
fine to a
like
point.
We don't
like-
like people. I barely let
Like-
Trey over to do this bullshit thing. No, just kidding.
Shout out to honesty, but come on, man.
Yeah.
But I mean, like it's kind of like taking moments to relax. You gotta take a break from technology and just have a
You really do.
That should
have
be
an honest
the
conversation.
The newest trend should be like,
Get off your phone.
my sister-in-law suggested
can't.
that.
I
She
can't do
said,
that.
get off your phone for like a week.
What were you saying?
It's
No,
crazy.
just kidding.
Exactly.
Can't do
But people can't do
Can't
it.
do it.
You know, you try it for a day and that's difficult. But
I can't do it for an hour. I need to
I
know.
could probably stay off my phone.
I just need to
Oh, if I'm at work, I can. But if I'm at home for an hour.
get a,
But everything's technology.
some, like,
Watching TV's
puzzles.
technology.
some crossword puzzles to do
well,
while
and I
you're.
need to. I like to draw, so I need to start doing that again
Yeah.
in my spare time. I've been crocheting more than drawing.
Yeah, I deleted all my like apps that I get on so I can try to avoid like getting on stuff because I feel like I spend a lot of time on the internet and
We should
it's-
avoid technology, but
Exactly.
Welcome
We're
back.
Using it to
Welcome from
communicate.
Facebook, YouTube.
Welcome. Hi. Welcome to the show.
Ignore the
Re-intro.
internet except this podcast.
Well, that's why it's like everything in moderation. you
Yeah.
know.
I don't know.
It's
It's
like
kind,
a
it's kind of
portion
like
control.
fast food. I mean, we all
Portion
love fast
control
food, but you got
with
to take
food.
breaks, You know, this is actually not a podcast. This is an intervention. So,
I knew this was coming. Fuck all y'all. Get out of my house. You're not allowed back. I'm gonna have sex, so get out of our house.
I think we covered everything pretty well.
No, just kidding. Yeah, we did cover everything.
everything. Give it all to me.
Well, everything that we can right now.
Yeah. If y'all ever want us back, we'll be more than happy to come.
I ain't doing shit ever. Besides working, because we just talked about that. But yeah.
Thank you so much for watching. Thank y'all for coming on. We will see you next Tuesday. So remember to rest, relax, take time, come back for the grandma story whenever that will be. Say take a break from technology as we've been preaching. And yes, if you leave the valley, you don't have to, but if you do leave, the grass is greener on the side. And we shall see you
Is it
on the
tho
next one. Bye.
Peace.
Bye.
Get our shit out of here.
The restroom, bro.
Did you really?
Well, my program crashed when I was trying to.
I'm not gonna touch this. You come touch this.